Hello, my name is Leonard Ruiz, and I chose to do my snapshot on China. China's culture is deeply relationship-oriented. The concept of guangxi is a very important concept in their culture, and it means that building networks and connections is one of their strongest cultural values. This is also known as collectivism, meaning that the group or family often comes before the individual. There's also a great sense of national pride, with people proud of China's history and the products that they make. You often see people supporting domestic brands and celebrating China's infrastructure and innovation. Confucian values guide social behavior, emphasizing respect, harmony, family, loyalty, and a clear social hierarchy. In their free time, many Chinese enjoy activities like karaoke, mahjong, and wushu. And these hobbies not only provide entertainment, but they also strengthen social bonds between other people. Food is something that's also very central to Chinese life and culture. Eating is a communal experience where their meals are a time for bonding with family and friends. However, respect for elders is very important, and traditionally, the elders are served first during meals. Over the past 30 years, China has experienced rapid urbanization, with millions migrating from rural areas to cities. At the same time, its population is aging, with a shrinking youth demographic and a growing elderly population. This shift puts pressure on the healthcare system, increases demand for senior care, and also affects the country's workforce. In the future, there may be fewer workers supporting more retirees, which will impact how China manages its economy and social programs. Chinese consumers are generally price conscious, with a strong preference for affordable products. Local brands lead the market by offering competitive prices, while foreign brands offer quality and brand reputation to separate themselves. Due to strict regulations and market barriers, foreign companies typically enter China through joint ventures with local partners. Success in this market requires businesses to tailor their offerings to local preferences and build a robust digital presence. China's economic freedom score is 49, ranking 149th in the world, classifying it as a repressed economy. And while China performs well in areas like tax burden and trade freedom, it faces challenges in fiscal health and judicial effectiveness. Population of 1.4 billion and public debt of 84.4% of GDP, these factors contribute to a complex economic environment. These challenges create uncertainty for foreign businesses and investors. Weak judicial effectiveness means contracts might not always be enforced fairly, and limited fiscal health could affect government spending and support for industries. Chinese consumers are quick to adopt to new tech. Popular items include smartphones, smartwatches, earbuds, and drones. Major companies like Huawei, Xiaomi, and DJI drive innovation and global experts throughout the nation. Online shopping is also massive in China. Platforms like Alibaba, JD.com, and AliExpress offer fast, low-cost delivery of everything from fashion to household items. EVs are a national priority and consumer favorite currently. Brands like BYD, NIO, and XPeng lead in electric cars, with rising demand for home chargers and EV-related accessories. Chinese have grown so much that they are affecting the global EV market as a whole. I'll go more into this later into the snapshot. Lastly, China's population is also becoming more focused on health. Industries such as dairy, bottled water, herbal drinks, vitamins, and snacks have grown exponentially. Uber's experience in China is a good example of the challenges foreign companies face. Uber entered China in 2014 with an aggressive strategy to quickly scale and disrupt the local ride-sharing market. By 2015, Uber was operating in over 60 cities and spending more than 1 billion per year to attract new riders and drivers. However, despite this rapid expansion, Uber faced fierce competition from the local leader, Didi Chuxing, as well as regulatory hurdles. In 2016, Uber sold its Chinese operations to Didi in exchange for a 17.5 stake in the company and left the market. China's economy is shifting from export-driven growth to focus on domestic consumption, with rising consumer spending fueling economic expansion. Now the government is encouraging people to spend more at home. As a result, rising consumer spending is becoming a key part of economic growth. More people are shopping online, buying cars, spending on health and wellness. This change gives businesses more chances to succeed by meeting the needs of Chinese consumers. It also makes the economy more balanced and less dependent on global trade. In consumer trends, China leads the way in electric vehicles, with growing, EV adoption growing rapidly each year due to strong government incentives, falling prices, and improved charging infrastructure. This growth has made China a global EV powerhouse, where local brands like BYD and NIO are not only popular at home, but are now exporting cars worldwide. And this is starting to affect and disrupt other markets, especially in Europe and Asia, where Chinese EVs are offer similar features at a lower price. As a result, foreign car makers are being forced to speed up their own EV production and rethink how they compete globally. Here in the US, however, to slow this down, there have been high tariffs placed on Chinese EV imports. These tariffs are meant to protect domestic automakers and prevent China's low-cost EVs from flooding the US market. In summary, China is a complex but exciting market shaped by strong cultural values, rapid urban growth, and a dynamic consumer base. Success here requires understanding local culture, adapting to demographic changes, navigating regulatory changes, and tapping into key growth sectors like technologies, commerce, and EVs.